Health Focus. Act now, reduce your risk. Getting healthy in a sick world.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages. Welcome to our Health Focus workout. I have with me 3 lovely ladies who will be assisting me in going through all the different exercises in order to get you on the road to fitness. I saw this interesting quote which said, and it's one that really struck me kind of hard. It's up to us to break generational curses. When they say it runs in the family, you should tell them, and this is where it runs out. Today we're going to be using exercise as a form of breaking generational curses when it comes to health. So many people are sick in this world, especially even in the island of Barbados, where we grew up with the whole concept of slavery, and all of our ancestors were raised on a diet high in carbohydrates and sugars, and it is now wreaking havoc on our bodies. So let's get right into our exercise. It's simple step-ups. You can have a box if you have a box like us. You can use your step outside. You can use a block of wood. You can use whatever you like. But we're just doing simple step-ups in order to get our bodies warmed up. Here in the video, we have the ladies with me doing step-ups in 4 different ways. Some of us are using broomstick. I'm not using a broomstick. I'm just doing a more advanced form of the step-up. Well, Miss Fergus in the corner in the blue, she's using a simple step-up for those who may be overweight. We will do 2 sets of 10 reps. And then from there, we'll go straight into what we call pulses. Where you just hover over the box and bounce up and down. This is supposed to work the quadriceps. Some people just simply call it the legs, and that gets the legs nice and toned. After those 2 sets of 10 reps each, take a little rest, drink a little water and recover, and then we're going straight into kettlebell swings. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a simple dumbbell, or you can use a bottle filled with sand to get the necessary weight you want. The bigger the bottle, the more sand it holds, the heavier it is. So we do kettlebell swings, and we go into simple squats with the kettlebells, where you can use your bottle of sand to do the same thing as well. Our third exercise is a simple hamstring stretch. As you can see, the ladies and myself, we are just bending over, keeping our knees as straight as possible, and you should feel a nice stretch in the back of your leg. So you're stretching what we call the hamstrings or the leg bicep. This increases flexibility in the whole leg area. Right after that, we're going to do a simple box lunge. You don't have to use a box. You can have both your feet on the ground if you're having knee problems. but we're doing a simple box lunge, 2 sets of 10 reps on each leg. It is always important to do leg work first because it helps to increase circulation in the lower part of the body, especially if you're a person who is overweight or having circulation issues. It is always good to do your leg work first because it then translates into better work overall in the upper part of the body. There's some people who suffer from deep vein thrombosis where they have clots in their legs and the circulation is very poor down there. By doing a lot of leg work, it really enhances circulation in the lower part of the body and thus help you in the overall part of the body when you start to exercise. The next part of the bodybuilder work is with the shoulders. Here you can see us using simple dumbbells. I will be using like 30-pound dumbbells. The others will use 10s and 5s. But for you, if you don't have any dumbbells at home, you can use whatever weights you have. And if you don't have any weights, fill some Buster bottles or soft drink bottles with sand and use them as your weights. We're going to be doing simple shoulder press. In other circles, it's called a military press. This enhances shoulder development. And then after the shoulder press, we go straight into a front raise. It works the front part of the deltoid or the front part of the shoulder. If you do these in rapid succession, you will get a nice burn in the shoulders as blood rushes into the area and it increases circulation in this part of the body. Next, we will do a simple side lateral, or we call it a simple dumbbell fly, where we look like birds flying in the sky. That works the side of the shoulder, adding a nice tone look to the body and helps to increase fitness in the shoulders as well. This is immediately followed by a bent over fly, or what we call a rear delt fly. It works the back of the shoulders because sometimes people concentrate on just working the front of the shoulders all the time and never work the back. So you end up with an imbalanced look on your shoulder. So you must work your shoulder from the top, the front, the side, and the back as well. And after that, we go straight into a simple shoulder shrug where we work the trapeze muscles for 2 sets of 10 reps. You will realize that we shrug really high and it helps to enhance the development of our trapeze muscles. It is in the shoulder area and the neck area where a lot of people have a lot of stress. So that's the way we do our shrugs as well. The next body part we'll work will be the back area. A lot of people have a lot of back problems, including me. I have lower back problems, and you will see that we did a simple dumbbell bent over row to work the middle of the back. And after you doing 2 sets of 10 reps, we go immediately straight into a dumbbell deadlift. This works the lower back. Lower back issues are a common problem with many people around the world, even here in Barbados. So simply bending over, touching your toes, coming back up. This helps to maintain good flexibility in the lower back. We repeat this entire circuit for 2 sets of 10 reps on each exercise before we move on to our next body part. The next body part we'll work will be our chest. in bodybuilding circles is known as the pectoral muscles, and you can see we are doing simple things like push-ups. Push-ups with your hands close, push-ups with your hands wide, and push-ups with the hands touching. As you can see here in the demonstration, I'm doing a decline push-up. They were doing an incline push-up, or you can just do it flat on the ground without any boxes or any apparatus at all. In our next exercise, you can see that we have 3 different ways of doing a simple dumbbell bench press. You can see Miss O here over on one side, she's doing an incline bench press with a simple bench that I would have purchased. The others are doing this flat on the ground on mat. Some people are even doing it on boxes. And after that, we're going to go into a simple chest fly. Just stretch the pectoral muscles and push them back together. In and out, in and out. Then we go to a close grip bench press. Some women would say this helps to build cleavage in the chest, but it's not necessarily for that, but it helps to work the inner part of the chest, bringing the pectoral muscles together and strengthening them as well. We quickly move on to our next exercise after a minute rest. We do simple dumbbell curls, standing dumbbell curls to work the bicep muscles. A lot of people allow their muscles to waste away as they get older. By keeping them working, active, you have to keep your muscles taut, keep your flesh tight. After doing the simple dumbbell curl, we do a simple overhead tricep extension. You don't have to use a very heavy weight. The more reps you do, the greater the intensity. The heavier the weight you do, the more the intensity. You pick exactly what you want then. Right after that, we go straight into a simple hammer curl. This works the forearm area of the body. A lot of people have very weak forearms and a very weak grip. But as you can see here, we are working our forearms with a simple hammer curl, where we turn the dumbbells into the hammer position and curl, and then we go straight into what we call a tricep kickback. We are working the back of the triceps again. Some people say they call the back of there the love handles, where it gets kind of saggy as you get older, and it feels like loose fat at the back of the arm. A lot of women complain of this. This exercise helps to tighten up that part of the arm at the back of it. Our last exercise that we can see here is a simple work on the abdominal area. Everybody complains about having a big waistline, and most of the time this big waistline has nothing to do with the exercises. It has more to do with what you eat. People who eat a large amount of calories or are constantly eating, especially people who have personal issues dealing with their eat as a way of comforting themselves, or people who have different underlying health issues. But one of the best ways to get that fat off the waistline is to cut out sugar entirely out of the body. Sugar is unnecessary. Your body can provide enough fuel through the food that we eat. And if you're eating fatty foods or fatty fish, yes, your body can then use fat as a form of fuel rather than you constantly having to use sugar as a form of fuel, because invariably you cannot outdo a bad diet. If you're accustomed eating high carbohydrate foods, don't care how much exercise you do, you cannot outdo it. Thank you very much.